everybody, it's Winston Crafter back again, bringing you another single player world episode. You might have noticed I haven't uploaded in a while, and I'm not gonna just be like, oh, I was really busy with school and everything like that. I mean, I was busy, but I just couldn't get around to uploading, and that's that. So I'm not gonna spend a whole episode complaining about how busy I've been, and because that's not good commentary. And I'm sure you guys don't want to listen to how busy my life was, or is currently. So I want to build, like I said last episode, if you saw that, a little village hut type deal for the scientists, villagers. Sorry, I'm a little out of it. I haven't played on the single player world in a while, actually. After that episode, I gathered some brick, and that's about it for the single player world for a long time, actually. But if you're new to my videos, this is my sky base. My normal base, which you might have saw in the first video, is this way, but it's really far that way. It's like a few hundred blocks. Actually, it's 1,000 blocks, and it's like a castle wall and everything. I wanted to make a sky base, so this is like the right now I'm calling it the Sky Lab because I want it to be like a villager lab. I explained that in the last episode. I'll link all the episodes I'm talking about right now, just to make it easier in the description. But it's like a octagon. That's what I think it's called. And this is what it looks like on the inside. And then I just put this shell on last episode. And I want to make a village on this. So that's the plan. I just wanted to catch people that haven't ever seen it up to speed. So yeah. What I actually wanted to talk about, because I think it's sort of interesting. It's not much really happens like super interesting in my life, but this past summer I went to Bolivia actually for a missions trip with my church, and it was a lot of fun. I went to Cochabamba. If anybody knows about anything about Bolivia, it was Cochabamba. It's not as high altitude as I forget the others. I think it's Santa Cruz. Alright, let's start building, and then I'll continue talking. Let me pick a spot, and once I start to build, I'll continue. Let's put this guy like right here. Alright. So, I went to Cochabamba, Bolivia, because my church that I go to is partnered with a church there, and they run this program all week. And what am I doing? They run this program that allows you I don't even know what to say. Alright, one second. Let me craft the stuff I need, and then I'll start. So I'm just going to craft some stairs. I'm probably just going to copy that one I made last time. So it was like and blah. Alright, so anyway, back to the story. They have this program for kids there, because in their area it's really, really poor. Like, it's sort of hard to explain, but it's just the area they live in. It's the city. There's a city that we stayed in the hotel, which was really, really nice. It's probably, including the hotels in the U.S. I've stayed at, which I haven't stayed in many, so it's not really saying much, but it was 10 times nicer than all the hotels I stayed at. So I sort of felt bad going on a missions trip to help these people, and then staying in a really nice hotel, but I sort of just had to get over the fact because that was that, and obviously I'm not going to let it affect my time that I helped them. So I stayed in this really nice hotel, but it was about like 5 minutes away in a bus, and you slowly started to see like poverty slip in as you just got farther and farther away from the hotel. And the bus ride, like, it went up this big hill, and then it just started to get all dirt, and you could just see like the poverty level was so like high compared to the city. I'm trying to think of what it relates to. It's like if you have a bowl of water, right, and drop in a color, like a drop of the food coloring, and then you just see it dissipate, so it's really strong in the middle, and then it sort of fades out towards the edges. That's what it's like. Their city. So the city's the core, and the rest is just so poor, and it's just sad. It's like, I might have to pause it because there's some parts that I probably might get a little bit choked up over. So I'm just going to continue. Their program lets you sponsor kids through our church that's in the U.S. So we sponsor this little girl, and the sponsorship consists of you can send them letters, and you can monthly you send them like a certain amount of money. I'm not sure how much it is because my parents do that, but so we're their sponsor technically, and the little girl is just basically the representative for her family. She's the youngest, but she has an older brother, which I got really close with the few days I was there. And yeah, that was right. And she has a older sister as well, and she is, I'd say, 6-ish. Her brother is probably 8, and her sister's 10. I'm pretty sure. So, her name is Sonaida. Not that it matters, but well, it matters to me, but it won't make a difference in this story. Her brother's name was Crispian, and her, I'm trying to remember her. Oh, that's sort of embarrassing. I can't remember her sister's name. It's not coming to me. It'll come to me later. And so, I got to spend some time with them. It was really cool because we went to their church, and their church is like our church is like a nice church. Their church has little power. The houses around them, their church is on a hill, and that's where all the poverty is. And they don't have, I think they have springs, but they don't like have flowing water in the house. Take your garage, like take a 2-car garage, right? Put 2 beds in it, one of those like grill propane tanks, and what's it called? Like just sort of like a desk or a dresser type thing, and put that all in there. And they're like twin beds, so there's 2 twin beds in there. So stick that in there, and then that's their house. That's it. It's 1 room. So it's, what am I trying to do here? They have not much, but they're all happy, which is so good to see. Like, I was so sad that like we were staying in this nice place, and then we had to go up every day and see how they lived. But they were just happy, like with everything they owned. They were just happy about it, and it was so cool to see. It made me come home and just like, instead of taking for granted everything I had, I just appreciated it, and just like, it sounds sort of cheesy, like, but until you experience it, you don't know like what it's like to have like basically essentially nothing, which it's just hard to talk about this. All right, but I'm gonna move on to like just the bus ride up there. It can't craft. The bus ride up. There's a lot of stray dogs. A lot of them don't have shots. None of them are really fixed, so they just keep producing. And we counted, me and one of the other kids that went on the missions trip from my church. We counted he was on the one side of the bus and I was on the other side. We counted the stray dogs on the way up to the church, which was a 5 to 10 minute drive. We counted 202 stray dogs, which is insane. Like, it was sad to see all that. And just like we didn't see like dog fights or really anything, but it's just sad because for me, I have a dog and I love animals, and it's just sad to see that. It was a lot of sad experiences, but a lot of happy ones as well. So I'm gonna get back to the church program. What this church does is they have these kids come during the day. They have a school, and there's so much to tell you, and I can't really fit it all in one episode. But I'm just trying to pick and choose what to tell you guys. So that's why I'm sort of not staying on track too much on one specific thing. But they have this school that they go to. I'm not sure every day, but and their church is like sort of close to the school. So there's a few kids that go to this church program, which is held at the church, obviously, and that's during the day. So while they're like dads and moms are probably working and just making money, they can come here and learn about God. And oh, by the way, I'm a Christian. Yes, if you couldn't conclude that already, I am a Christian and Baptist Christian. But that I try and stray with I'm not gonna really get into that too much. But yeah, I'm a Christian, so it's a Christian church, if you're wondering. And so they go there and learn about God, and they get a meal and just like other stuff. They have like toothbrush and toothpaste for the kids just to keep hygiene up. And yeah, it's just a safe place for the kids. And every one of the kids that, like Sinaida, the little girl we sponsor, and her brother and older sister go there. But since we sponsor Sinaida, they count as sponsor kids. But everyone in this church has a sponsor family from my church in the U.S. So it was so cool because they have this list on their wall. I'm just like grinning right now because I'm just thinking of all the fun times I had there. They had this list, and I could look at because I know the majority of the people at my church. I could just look at the list. Let's do these in Birch. I could look at the list and see whose kid I was sort of hanging out with, and because I ran the gym games for this program, and I could, when I got back, I was able to be like, oh, I hung out with your sponsor kid. He was really cool. I drew pictures with him, and just stuff like that. It was so awesome. So that's just like one of the things I thought was really cool. So yeah, that was just basically what I did there. Helped out with this church program. What I wanted to talk to you guys about was, what am I doing, man? I don't even know. This is hard. I've never had to talk and play at the same time, or talk about a different subject. So, but I do want to tell the story. The one sad part of the trip was my Canon HF S200. If you know cameras, you know what I'm talking about. But it's a good camera. It's about, altogether with the extra battery pack and the SIM card and stuff, it was about close to $1,000, I would say. I brought it there to record, to have some, just to have some documents, like have some videos documented on, like what we did there, and the AV guy at my church could put a video together using the clips I took. So I had this on me 24/7. Let's use. What do I want? So that looks good. So I had this camera. I had this camera on me 24/7. Never left it. The bag never left my side, and I talked about the bus a lot, but we had this bus driver. Like, it wasn't like a yellow bus. It was more like a. I'm trying to explain it. It was sort of like a van, more like a van, but not like a van you'd see here in the U.S. or in, I don't know if in Canada. But anyway, so it was just like a normal Bolivian bus, I guess you could say, if you know what a Bolivian bus looks like. And so this guy, we had him for the first 2 days. The first 2 days I had my camera. And what do I want to do here? Let's do that. So I had this this nice camera, and I was recording a lot and just seeing stuff that was going down. And then we went to eat pizza the third day. I had it in a backpack. My camera bag was in my backpack, and when I came back, it was late, so I was sort of tired, and I wasn't really like, oh, I wasn't paying attention to like what was in my bag or anything. I just grabbed my bag when I got off. My mom was like, "Oh, Winston, you should probably charge your camera for tomorrow." So I look at my bag and it's gone. My heart sank. Everyone's did, because this SIM card that had it wasn't even the camera itself, because I knew my dad would be furious about this, which he handled that pretty well, but that's a different story. But this camera that had all this, like, these memories and documentation of all these, like, kids we met, and all of, like, just the emotions and stuff that everybody had, was gone. It wasn't the camera, it was the SIM card that we all missed. And so the next day, and by the way, they speak Chinese. They speak Spanish in Bolivia, if you didn't know that. It's in South America. And so the next day, we get on the bus, and it's a different bus driver. And we find out that it's the original bus driver's dad, and he just covered for him. So what I sort of assumed was that he was, like, selling it, taking a day off to, like, sell it or something. And, that made me furious. But, it's just such a bummer. And, so, the translators, because we had translators with us, like, 24/7. The translators had to, we wanted them to sort of ask him if he saw it or anything, and the answer was no, and I wanted to have him ask, like, the question deeper, sort of, but they didn't want to accuse him, because his son, of stealing it, because that's, like, very offensive in their country or something. I don't know, they just felt uncomfortable doing it, and I was at the point where I was like, if I knew Spanish, I would, because the guy, after the 2 days that his dad subbed for him, the original guy came back. So it was basically long gone. I was furious. I mean, I didn't let it hold me down. I didn't show it, but I was furious. It was just such a bummer. And yeah, so that's the downside of the trip, but overall, it was just a fun time. The one day we actually got to take our sponsor kids after this was on a Sunday. We came back, we left on a Tuesday, yeah. So this is after church, because all the kids came that was our last time at the church. We took our sponsor kids to to their, like, amusement park in the city. So this is, like, really special treatment to them, because first off, none of them were ever to this amusement park, because they spend their money wisely. They're not just gonna waste it. So here, let's fix this. And so we took them there, and they were all so excited. But then the sad part about this, and I'm gonna probably choke up a little bit. They had 2 buses, because it was inefficient at the end of the day for us to take, for us to go up to their little hillside place that they live. It was just inefficient for us to go. What does this look like? Yeah, it was just inefficient, like, the gas was, it was just overall inefficient for us to go up and then come back to the hotel, so we had 2 buses. It was the guy, it's not related to the camera, but, so what happened is we spent a whole day of, like, laughter, fun, play with these kids, and then the next second we were, like, taking pictures and saying, like, goodbye and stuff. I want those all stairs. And a lot of them were just sort of confused. They, like, when we dropped them off, like, I hugged Crispian and Sinaida and her older sister, which I still, it just came to me, but I forgot it. I can't remember her name, unfortunately, but, and so I hugged them, and I started to walk off the bus, and at that point, like, I'll admit it, that's the first time I've cried emotionally since I was, like, 8 and my dog died, and I'm 16 now. And I'll completely admit I was bawling like a baby. Um, just like all the thoughts and just like stuff that went through my head at that second. It was just I couldn't handle it. Like, whew. So I apparently later on the translator told me. I don't know why she told me this because this made me even worse off. But she says that Crispian, the guy that was hanging out, tried to chase me off the bus, and like, cause what he did, he sat in the back of the bus alone when we dropped him off on his bus, expecting me to come back and sit with him, cause that's where we sat on the way to the amusement park, and I just sort of like looked at him and I was like, "Come up here with your sister," and like tears started streaming down my face, and I was just like, just overcome. So I had to hug him and say goodbye, because my younger brother and little sister also want to go to Bolivia, so I don't get a chance the next 2 times because they're both gonna go. So I knew I wasn't gonna see him for a while, which made me really sad. But anyway, what the translator said was when I got off the bus, Crispian tried to chase me off. And 1 second, let me just place these blocks. Acting normal. All right. So Crispian tried to chase me off the bus and was like, in Spanish, obviously, he said to the translator that held him back from chasing me to the other bus, and he was like, "No, he can't go. He's my brother." And when I heard that, oh my gosh, that made me worse. Like, because for a little bit their bus was behind us, and I looked back for a second, and then it was just even worse. And I couldn't look up that whole ride. And I walked in the hotel, went up to our room, got the key from my mom, and I just laid in bed and just prayed for their family and everybody there. And man, that really got me. That got to me real bad. So that was my trip. It was really awesome. Like, just to see all the stuff there. It was just so cool. The group I went with, it was a group I think of 13 of people I already all knew, but it was just a lot of fun. I was really excited that I got the chance to go there and spend time with that group. That was so much fun to be with. Yeah. So hopefully one day I'll get the chance to go back there again. So I'm probably getting close to done. I'm just gonna place these. I know this hasn't been a good building episode. I just wanted to tell that story. I mean, I know I'm not the best storyteller. I guess practice makes perfect, but I just sort of wanted to sort of share that. And when even if I'm just telling it to like nobody really, well, someone that doesn't even like really care that much, I still love to tell it because it just sort of brings back all the memories and makes me think about my trip in Bolivia. And it's just awesome. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about Bolivia, you can leave them in the comments, or my building style, or anything related to Minecraft as well, because I know this episode hasn't been related. So yeah. I feel like I've probably said so much. So yeah. I'm gonna place this glass, and I'm gonna end the episode for today. I'm sorry I haven't been uploading recently. I've been one of the reasons, other than just being busy like at school and stuff, was Feed the Beast. I've been addicted to Feed the Beast recently, and I can't get enough of it. Yeah, these need to be changed. Actually, I think I like it like that. Oh, I got it. Yeah, Feed the Beast. Oh, it's too addicting. I know Quantum, my buddy, has started a Let's Play single player Feed the Beast. I'm not sure if I want to start doing them because it's just another series to worry about and keep up with. But I love Feed the Beast. It is a blast. One of the guys, Nate, or you guys probably know him as Sir Hank the Peanut. on the server. Started up like a little, well, not little, but just a server that we can all play on, and it is a blast, man. I'm telling you. If you guys haven't played Feed the Beast, and it's sort of like just like an updated Tekkit, and I've heard that they're at around supposedly December, or maybe it was November, I don't know, but I think December they're adding red power, so that'll be awesome. I can't wait for red power. Yeah, definitely check Feed the Beast out if you haven't already, or you don't have it. So yeah, I'm just gonna place these doors. I'm not sure what I'm gonna use for the flooring yet. This might look good. I'll do the interior work probably off camera, and then I'll show you next time. But that's gonna be it for this episode. I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for listening to my trip, and if you didn't listen, that's okay too. But I think I did some good work here. It's just nice to be able to tell you guys that. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.